Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are going to be talking about shop and deliver orders with Doordash specifically. What are they? How do they work? What can you expect from Doordash? What Doordash tells you? How it actually is. I'm going to go over some experiences I have had and some experiences other people have had because every market is different and we need to make sure that we know what's best for us and our markets. So without further ado, shop and deliver orders with DoorDash. Let's start with what DoorDash has said. What are shop and deliver orders? DoorDash is all about empowering local commerce. With shop and deliver orders, customers can now order from grocery, retail, convenience stores with thousands of new options delivered right to their door. Here's one thing that I feel like has failed to mention here. Yes, you can order from convenience stores and other options, but they're not all going to be shop and deliver orders. What we are going to be talking about in this video is specifically the shop and deliver orders you will receive. So, with that being said, let's continue. Dasher shop for and deliver the items for these orders, providing a whole new opportunity to earn. Why accept shop and deliver orders? Because we could decline just as many as we want, so why would you accept them? On the surface, it sounds like they're making you do a lot more work for less money. So with that said, S&D orders give you more control from start to finish. That is true. If you feel like in your market you have a lot of restaurants that have a tendency to, well, they're not totally on top of getting your order done. Their cooks are very, well, let's say okay at what they do. And not necessarily bad, but okay. And you are feeling like, all right, the wait time's ridiculous. So you could do a shop and deliver order and then do the orders yourself. S&D orders allow you to continue earning during off-peak hours. So they're referring to morning shifts and 2 to 4s or 2 to 5s, depending on your market. And I totally understand that. I have known that I have gotten a lot more CVS and Walgreens orders in the mornings and during off-peak hours, but I've also received them during peak hours and during the dinner rush, and I don't feel like the time of day really matters all that much when it comes to shop and deliver orders. How do shop and deliver orders work? Accept the order, shop for the items at the store. In my area specifically, I'm speaking strictly from my area. A lot of the stores you end up shopping for are basically two stores for me. It's CVS and Walgreens. Pay with your red card, deliver the items to the customer, and then you're done. So basically, there's only a couple of extra steps between pick up the order and drop it off. So there's a lot of people that said they like these orders because they have control and they tend to pay better. In fact, I think there was a gentleman in the comments section who's even stated that they found that shop and deliver orders are in the top 5% of orders they actually get, which is impressive. But that being said, by me, I have found in my market that it's usually $6 or $7 orders. So they're just as much as every other one. They take a lot more time because it's CVS and Walgreens, and no CVS and Walgreens is the same as the others. And sure, once you can get used to a Walgreens or CVS, I'm sure it's a lot easier to navigate. But then I'm waiting for cashiers, and a lot of the times I'm waiting on a line for the customer in front of me to actually get done before I can move on with my day. And then there's like one cashier who's kind of on it, but not really. And finally I can get on, and then once I get everything done with my red card, then I can move on. And that's assuming everything goes smoothly. What if the store doesn't have an item? Oh, if you like, again, because you're picking out the items, there might be items that are out of stock. So you could just simply say it's unavailable. You can text the customer if they would like a substitute. Customers appreciate when you provide a few different options. Yeah, so in this case, you see Rice Krispie treats, right? You can you could potentially replace it uh with whatever it may be. Depending on the response, you can add a substitute or issue a refund. That's another thing that I like, is that they're not getting charged. The customers aren't getting charged for items they're not buying. Because I would feel really bad if I ended up like at a store and they didn't have certain items and they just paid for items they didn't buy. So their item issues, so you would issue a refund. However, I will be careful with this because DoorDash customers end up on the receiving end of getting shorted by DoorDash too. So be careful of that. And because that's an issue, I would also say if they end up with missing items and you don't talk to them about it, even if it's not your fault, that can end up with you with a bad rating. And I've spoken about customer ratings and how customers can bypass the whole missing items are not something you can get rated on thing. Frequently asked questions. The app won't allow me to substitute an item. Not every store will allow Dashers to substitute items. For these stores, just please tap item unavailable, then confirm in your app and proceed with the order as you would normally. Again, we've just spoken about this. How will I be compensated for these types of deliveries? Again, the pay amount will be shown on the acceptance screen. The acceptance screen will also specify that the order is a shop and deliver order. And yes, to answer the other questions, hidden tips are on these type of orders too. Will the store associate do the shopping for me? No! The store associate will not be doing the shopping. In fact, it's really hard sometimes to actually get a store associate to help you. I remember going into a Walgreens one day, and I was actually asking for his help. It wasn't DoorDash, but it was Instacart, and I remember talking to him specifically. He was the manager, and I get it. Managers have responsibilities, and I was like asking for the location of an item, and he was like, "Look, I have other things I gotta do. I go find it." I'm like, "Really? You gonna be that way?" Which was really jerkish in my opinion. But that being said, they may be able to direct you where the item is located. Yeah, if you've done a thorough search for an item and are still unable to find it, you can ask a store associate. Some store associates are knowledgeable, some aren't. Be patient. I'm sure you will be able to find a good store associate if you need them. He says, knowing full well he just crapped on a manager emotionally. Will ratings for S&D orders affect my overall customer ratings? Oh, here's another one. Since these type of deliveries are relatively new, we'll remove any store ratings that are below a 5. This will not happen immediately, but rest assured we will make these adjustments regularly. So basically, yes, they will. And because they didn't set that up yet, I think it's really frustrating that it does actually affect your customer rating. Nevertheless, it is what it is. My red card is declined. You should check out my other video about red cards because I spoke exactly about this. Please make sure that you only check out what the items that were available and added to your cart. Double check that any item substitutes that are the same price range as the original item. So if you substitute something and it's not in the same price range, you're going to have a problem at the cashier. It's going to be a real hard time to deal with Dasher support. Dasher support is easily the biggest pain in the ass when it comes to dealing with DoorDash. But that being said, you can actually, like, in most cases, you're not going to deal with that. Remember to click finish pick once you finish shopping for items, and always select credit on the prompt and payment system. Yeah, it says debit on the card. It's a credit. Yeah. Our shop and deliver orders the same as Walmart orders? No. S&D orders are a whole new experience for Dashers. So, for those of you, I'm sure you've heard a lot about all Walmart orders online. I'm sure everybody's familiar with how Walmart orders can be. In Walmart orders, you wait for Walmart to bring the order out to you. For shop and deliver orders, you go in there, shop for the items, and leave. Sometimes it's going to be shorter and sometimes it's going to be longer. Walmart orders are kind of both on that aspect. What if a customer doesn't respond to my text or call? If you try to reach a customer regarding a substitution and they do not, please mark the item as unavailable and issue a refund. So, this is why, in my opinion, if you're going to ask for a substitute, call them. Because if they don't pick up, they don't pick up, the next thing you do is text them saying, hey, I'm having trouble finding an item. If I don't hear from you in a minute, I'm going to have to just issue a refund and move on. Sometimes they'll get back to you. Sometimes, all right, you didn't answer me. That's it. A few pro tips for you is know the stores. Get to know the associates. If the associates like you, keep going there. If you don't, then you're going to have a hard time getting out. And it's going to be harder to find certain items, especially when the associates will not help you. Over here, the Walgreens near me, there's like a few associates that'll help me and a few that won't, especially the management team, which... Have you ever wondered why a store is open simply because of the management team? Yeah, that's me. Don't disregard them simply because they're shop and deliver orders. I 100% understand, like, people don't want to shop and get the wrong item and whatever. I totally get that. I understand. Been there, done that. Got a t-shirt. Lost the t-shirt. Got the t-shirt again with Instacart. Honestly, I'd say give it a shot. If you like it, stick with it. If you don't, well, it is what it is. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys next time.